Well, hello. I'm Sue Kropauer, and I'm passionate about helping midlife, mid-career, 30 to 50 somethings build out a plan to achieve their personal or professional goals. And as a mentor for midlifers, my weekly musings, well, they're kind of intended to give you some gems to help you get out of that stuck zone, that blah zone, and move forward to achieving your goals. So, last week we dove headfirst into the difference between head knowledge and heart knowledge. And by only allowing yourself to set possible dreams and goals, this impacts your progress in a significant way. When aiming only for possible dreams, it creates a ceiling on your potential. If you live life deliberately and actively and intentionally work to shoot for and achieve impossible, silly, audacious dreams and goals, you'll find success on a much larger scale because you didn't box them in with only what's possible. Let's assume that you concur with last week's message and you re-swizzled and reworked and reset some pretty mind-blowing goals for yourself last week. Awesome. Good for you. But now you sit at the precipice, the cliff of action, and you need to draw out a map on how to get from here to there. To achieve that big, exciting, hairy, audacious goal. Well, I'm going to ask you this. Have you been here before? Have you set goals and then found you fell short? Sometimes way short of the brass ring, the top of the mountain goal that in your race to success you set for yourself? You sprinted out of the starting blocks, racing pell-mell towards the finish line in front of you, only to never get there. Your past race to success felt like it was split between 40% purposeful action and 60% flailing about, going in what seemed like the complete wrong direction. So, you got discouraged and you ended up where you are right now, just idling in neutral. Or perhaps, just maybe, you gave up and you quit on your dream and on yourself. Like so many of us, I'm sure you've heard the journey to success described as climbing a ladder or following a path. And yeah, I'm calling myself out. I'm guilty too. But as I look back in my work as a technologist and in digital equity and in parallel also business consulting and midlife mentoring, it becomes apparent that my journey wasn't moving in a straight line either. And I bet if I ask you, your life work journey has had a similar meandering path. And this might just be at the root of feeling like nothing's going as you planned. As you explore and continually refine all of your goals and priorities along the way, how are you supposed to know which path to take when real life is seemingly under constant construction? Well, I'm here to tell you that the journey to success, that race to the top, is not the straight line you think it is. And you're gonna stay frustrated and mired down if you think that success can be found at the top of the proverbial ladder. I'm here today to challenge you to stop thinking about your goal as a ladder to success, a straightforward road to what you want. Instead, I want you to consider your career, your dream, your ultimate goal, not as a linear progression, but more like a river. A life tributary that is filled with switchbacks and eddies and currents and even rapids that are all incredibly necessary to support the fertile areas of your journey. And your river is always continuously flowing towards an ultimate objective, even if it doesn't seem like it from where you're at right now. Today, I'm challenging you to accept that everything happens for its own reason and its own time. For example, when you're feeling stuck in your career ladder, when you haven't shifted roles for a while, I challenge you to rest secure in the knowledge that that a river always flows no matter how slowly. And as long as you're learning, you are moving towards your ultimate goal, or like the Mississippi River, towards the ocean. Metaphorically speaking, the ocean being your ultimate goal or success. It's not about climbing to the top. It's about defining our own destinations on this journey. Today, well, that might be a better job or a promotion by the end of next year. But, well, once you're there, once you've come around the bend and arrived at that destination, you can, and probably will, decide to move along down the river to your next destination, or aka your next step in the process toward your ultimate goal, or possibly even a new one. But once you do, it becomes clear which choices will help you reach the ocean. I mean, really, think about it. A river's curves and changes in direction are all part of the journey as you move along the current. In your journey, what came before informs what flows after. This should take, hopefully, some of the pressure off you when you're in the midst of decisions, too. While a staircase or a ladder has only one direction, if you're going up, but it's up or down, it's still one direction. A river can create a convergence of many different paths or tributaries, all equally valid to pursue. Not only is it okay to shift direction, it's expected. We need to give ourselves the freedom to explore what matters to us. Instead of locking ourselves into one inflexible path, if you embrace this concept of your experience as a river instead of a straight road, you're also more able to overcome obstacles that come up on the way to your ultimate goal. I mean, think about it. When a river encounters a rock, it'll slip around it. Embracing this mindset allows you to confront an obstacle with confidence because it can, how would I say that? Because you can go, around it or over it or even carve your way through it. I mean, after all, we wouldn't have a Grand Canyon without the Colorado River carving its way through it, right? Carving through bedrock. You may be able to get past what's blocking your way quickly, or it might take some time. But in either case, you have several ways you can take to get where you're trying to go. And, well, remember this too. Rapids, which create swiftly flowing water and increase your speed, just aren't possible without rocks. Am I right? Embracing this concept gives you more options when your progress becomes blocked. But it also acknowledges the effort and time it takes to break down those barriers and how beautiful and satisfying the results can be. So, if you're struggling to just get your doggone boat off the shore, remember the only way you can screw it up is if you never put your oar in the water, if you never get started. To help with that, I encourage you to lean out of your boat, grab and snag my Kickstart Your Comeback course. I designed it specifically to get people out of neutral fast and on their way to achieving their goals. It's on sale right now for only $37. So, if you know, just so you know, this message was inspired by a song by O.C. Elliott called Like a River. I'll leave a link to it in my description. It's my intent, though, to help inspire you to keep progressing even when you're stalled or even in a free fall. Remember, the rocks enable rapids, and a cliff, that proverbial cliff you're standing on right now, can become a waterfall. O.C. Elliott's song says, "Paradise lost, but paradise found. It all comes back around. Just like the river, you'll go on." So this week, don't wait. Jump in your canoe and start paddling. And I will see you next Friday.